This is a review on my CSB Single Column Personal Size Bible. Now, this one, it says here, down the bottom, it is brown genuine leather, as you can see. But on the back of it, it says goat skin leather. Don't get too excited about it being goat skin leather. It's not a great quality goat skin leather. I think it's just a leather. I don't know about goat skin, but they say goat skin, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I have heard some people say that this actually dries out and cracks. So I've just put like a leather protection stuff on it, so to stop it from drying out if it does dry out. But the more you use these sort of things, I mean, if you're handling them all the time with your hands and that, they shouldn't dry out. They're not marks, they're just a bit of dirt. I got a nice little scar on mine, but I kind of like that. Makes it different. But yeah, there's not much of a. It's got a bit of a. I don't know if you can see with this line. I mean, it's a paste down, so you don't want to be, scrunching it up or anything. I don't do that to my Bibles anyway. You got some nice raised tabs on this one. You got 3 of them. It's got a nice spine on this. Nice and clean. Nothing on the front. Now, it's not edge line, but they've got tape in this. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the tape goes from here and it goes across to here. So there is a bit of extra enforcement in this. It's not actually it's not a paper, it's not a cardboard, this, so it's like it's a little bit thicker. So it will last a bit longer. It is about the same size as my Concord, so it's a nice handy size. Of course it's thicker because it's single column. As you can see, it is thicker, but it is the same, just about the same size as my Concord. And see, this has got the same thing. It's got like the same sort of, it feels like the same sort of stuff. On my Concord it is on that one. And this one's held up quite well, considering this one gets a lot of use. I've just got a little bit of wrinkling starting down there. But you get that. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with the paste down ones. I just don't like the paper paste down ones. I don't think, they just don't hold up very well. Now, this one, it says here, it's Smith's sewn, which it is. Single column, tropical head subheadings, footnotes. Yeah, the footnotes are average. It is a black text, so there's no red in the New Testament. It's a 10-point font, which is quite good. It's got a concordance, a presentation page, and you do have your full colour maps. And that's the way it is set up on the box, it says. And if you're looking for one of these, I did not pay that price. It was 60% off when I actually bought this, so I only got it for $39. So there's your ISBN number, IBN, oh, whatever you call the number. Brain's not working this morning. Alright, so you should be able to get that. I've got my little buddy over here, sitting here sound asleep. We've just come back from the park, so she's all knackered out. Hey, gonna wake up? A little bit, eh? Alright, we'll get back to this. So, here we go. You got your 2 ribbons, and they're actually double-sided satin. One is brown and the other one's red. They're actually double-sided satin. They're not bad ribbons. They go to the edge, so, and they're long enough, so there's no problems with that. So, have a look at the text. This thing, I was actually quite surprised. This is actually lined match. It is. Now this review is not about the text, about the translation or anything like that. It's just about the quality of this Bible for the price. Yeah, see, I like the subheadings in this. You've got subheadings that are a little bit darker all the way through. And you do have like your textual notes down at the bottom here. Which, yeah, not 100%. Yeah, I'm not 100% happy with these ones. But you know, like I said, it's not about the textual notes. It is an easy read translation, I will say that. I would say somebody from maybe grade 7 upwards would not have a problem reading this Bible at all. Now, as you can see, they're nice and bold. And like I said, it is not a red letter, but I do like this idea. They have put, I'll just try and find some, you can't. Sorry about this, I should have marked these beforehand. Wasn't really thinking. But yeah, they have quotes from the Old Testament and they're actually a lot darker in print. So I'm just trying to find some. Here we go. Now, this verse is actually quoted in the Old Testament and you can see it's actually darker. And the only times you actually see a reference, so we'll go 18 down the bottom here. And it'll give you the reference where it is in the Old Testament. That's the only cross-reference you're going to find in this Bible, will be these cross-references for that. So you won't find any other references. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay, that's because it's in dark colour, which means it's in the Old Testament, quoted in the Old Testament. So I do like that idea. But there is a little bit of room on the sides if you really want to put some cross-referencing in for yourself. Like I said, it's a nice handy sized Bible. I mean, you know, if you want to get into, if you want a goat skin, that's sort of a goat skin. I don't know. I wouldn't call that a goat skin. I would actually just say it's a little bit better than the pig skin. And I'd say, yeah, a little bit better, just a little bit better than a pigskin. That was about it. That's all I'd be saying. I mean, it does scratch pretty easy. It does scratch too. See, I just scratched it then. Wasn't really trying, but I did. But yeah, so it's easy to scratch. But other than that, for the price, you can't go wrong. But I paid for it anyway. Like I said, she is a nice little Bible, nice hand size. You got the gold gilding, of course. And I'll just give you an example of this text. Like I said, it's a 10. It's quite a nice read. I mean, I'm not a fan of single column, but this one's actually quite easy to read from. As you can see, this is a 9. This is a 10. Okay, it is a bit bolder and a little, but reading wise, they're pretty much equal when you're reading. I found with the size, because this one's bold. Of course it pops out a bit, but because this one's a little bit bigger, it's still quite readable as well. But yeah, but for a reasonable price Bible that I've paid for this, and it's line matched, I was amazed with that. It doesn't actually say on the box it's line matched, but every single page I've looked, it's actually line matched. So the ghosting on here, there's only a little bit of ghosting, but it doesn't actually affect when you're reading it. Like, I've read some books that have been line matched, and even because the paper's been so thin, even the ghosting, you just can't read it. But this one's quite nice. Even if you bought this, even if like this was your main translation, you bought one of these and just got it rebind if that's the case. Because, like I said, the text block in this is quite nice. But yeah, see, it's line matched. Doesn't say it's line matched on the box. Like I said, I mean, we'll go into the poetic part. See, look at that, nice and clean. How they've done this, nice and easy to read. This ghosting on the side, I mean, of course it's worse with camera, everyone knows that, but reading it, it's not a distraction. Because like I said, yeah, Still flipping through, still line matched. Still line matched. Line matched. Still line matched. Like I said, can't find where it's not line matched. Right there, line matched. Line matched. Like I said, if it's your main translation, and because I don't think they make any premium, really high-end CSB translations yet. So if you really want one, and you like the single column, I would either buy this one, or it actually comes in a leather touch, so I'm presuming that would be cheaper, because there's the numbers for that as well. And get it lined and get it rebound. I mean, you'll have a nice Bible. Then it is printed in China. It is thin paper, but you know, it's not that bad a paper. I've come across worse Bibles with paper in them, with the paper in it that's worse. So, oh yeah, but just be aware, it does say it's a genuine leather, and on the back I said it does say that it's goat skin, but it's not like a premium goat skin cover, but it is quite nice, and you should get a few years out of it. It's just stitched around the side with your paste down. The paste down's quite well done, and even if it wasn't, a bit of glue underneath it solves that problem. But as you can see, I don't have any problems with that. It's quite nice. I mean, it is a nice looking Bible, if this is a translation that you like. And for, like I said, I got it here for $39. I think at the moment, Christian Bookshop in the States have it for around $41 to $45. So even then, it's still a good buy. So that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that helped you to decide if you'd like to buy one of these. Okay, and if you've got any questions, man, just stick them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them for you. All right, thank you. Bye.